Good day, everyone. Our topic for today are the basic methods in making economic studies. These methods will help any investor in making any projection of what would be the outcome of any investment. There are five basic methods in making economic studies. These are the rate of return method, the annual worth method, the present worth method, the future worth method, and the payback period method. I have an illustrative problem that I will show you how to apply the different methods of economic studies. So let us read the problem. A capital investment of 508,000 on a project can produce an annual revenue of 383,000 for 5 years. Thereafter, will have a salvage value of 7% of the investment. The cost for operation and maintenance will be 150,000 pesos per year. Taxes and insurance will be 10% of the first cost per the year. The company expects that the project to earn not less than 25% before income taxes. The question, is this a desirable investment? What is your payback period of the investment? The rate of return method. So in this method, we will consider the total annual revenue, the annual cost to get the net annual profit first. So the annual revenue is 383,000 per year. The annual cost will consider the depreciation, operation and maintenance, taxes and insurance per year. So depreciation is equivalent to the first cost minus the salvage value. So 35,560 is 7% of 508,000. So the difference, 472,440 pesos. In this method of depreciation, we consider the sinking fund factor. So you will view the depreciation as annuity. And this amount, 8.270, is the sinking fund factor. So from there, we get 57,565.49. I will discuss depreciation, the computation for depreciation in the next slides. The operation and maintenance is 150,000 per year. Taxes and insurance, 10% of the first cost, 508,000. So we get 50,800. These are the costs annually. We add up all of this, we get 258,365.49. That is to be deducted from the annual revenue to get the annual profit of 124,634.51. Hence, to compute for the rate of return, the net annual profit all over the first cost times 100 is 24.53%. Let us continue. Since the rate of return is less than 25%, the investment is not justified. Why? The investor is expecting a 25% return on his investment every year, meaning it is assumed that the money's worth during the investment is 25%. This is the computation for depreciation. Recall the formula for the future worth of annuity. So the depreciation in this problem is viewed as annuity, and we use the method using the sinking fund factor. So this is F given A at 25%. That is the money's worth on that day for 5 years. So we just substitute the given quantities to come up with a sinking fund factor. So what is our I? 25% per annum, the interest rate. So our N is 5 times 1 minus 1 all over 25% per annum. Hence, we get 8.2070. Thus, we solve 57,565.49 depreciation per year. This 472,440 will be considered as our future amount. Why? Because the project has a salvage value, not zero. It is 7% of 508,000. And that is equivalent to 35,560 pesos. So this is the exact value of the first cost, given or deducting the salvage value. The second method is the annual worth method. It also considers the annual revenue and annual cost. So depreciation, operation and maintenance, taxes and insurance, again, and there is a new item, interest on capital. The money's worth on the time of investment is 25%. This is best to consider if the first cost or the investment is acquired on loan. Therefore, it will incur interest. So we solve the interest on capital at 25% interest rate. We get 127,000. We add up all the items again, and it totals to 385,365.49 compared to 383,000 of annual revenue. So we get a net loss of 2,365.39. So the investment is not justified because the cash inflow, the revenue, over the annual cash outflows, the annual cost, is less than zero. Hence, there is a net loss. The investment is not justified. The third method is the present worth method. In this method, we will consider the present worth of all the cash inflows versus the present worth of all the cash outflow. So first, try to recall again the present worth of an annuity. On the left, on the upper right corner of the slide, and the formula for the compound amount factor F. Okay, so we have an annual revenue of 383,000 as part of the cost inflow, the salvage value of 35,560. So these two are our cash inflow. So what are the present worth of our cash inflow? So revenue is on annual basis amounting to 383,000. So that can be viewed as annuity. So applying the formula for the present worth of an annuity of 383,000, we come up with the present worth factor of that annuity equivalent to 2.6893 times 383,000. So we get 1,030,000, 1 peso and 90 cents, plus the present worth of the salvage value by using the formula for the compound amount F. So we get 11,653,000.01. Hence, our present worth of cash inflow is 1,041,654 and 91 cents. Now, considering the present worth of the cash outflows. So this is the diagram. We'll have an operation maintenance cost of 200,800 every year. That is 150,000 operation and maintenance plus taxes and insurance. Depreciation is excluded because we are on the present worth. So we have an initial investment of 508,000. So these are our cash outflow. We will compute the present worth. So the present worth of 508,000 is itself plus the present worth of 200,800. Again, you can see this as annuity, applying the formula to get for the present worth factor of that annuity. We get 1,048,011 pesos and 44 cents. Compare the amount. So this is the inflow, the amount of inflow that we have solved earlier. This is the outflow, the present worth of outflow that we solved earlier. And we get a negative 6,356.53, meaning the outflow is greater than inflow. So the investment is not justified because the cash inflow is less than the cash outflow. The fourth method is the future worth method. Considering again the cash flow diagrams in the solution using the present worth method earlier, again we will consider the future worth of the cash inflow and the future worth of the cash outflow. So computing for the future worth of cash inflows, so the future worth of the salvage value after 5 years is itself 35,560 plus, again, the revenue is viewed as annuity, so we will multiply this by its future worth factor 8.270. So we get 3,178,841 pesos. The future worth of cash outflows, again, we consider the operation and maintenance costs plus the taxes. So multiplying it by its future worth factor, it is again annuity plus the future worth of 508,000 multiplied by its future worth factor 3.0518, we get this amount 1,848,765 pesos and 60 cents and 1,550 pesos 1,314 pesos and 40 cents, a total of 3,399,080 pesos. Comparing the future worth of inflows versus outflows. Okay, so again, the comparison shows that outflows is greater than inflows by 220,239 pesos. Therefore, the investment is not justified. So, in this manner, we have applied 4 methods already, and every one of them shows that the investment is not justified. The fifth method, the payback period method. So again, we consider the total annual cost, equivalent operation and maintenance plus taxes. So we have 20,800. Okay. Net annual cash flows will be annual revenue 383,000 minus the total annual cost. We get 183,800. Hence, we could be able to solve for the payback period, investment minus the salvage value all over the net annual cash flows. We get 2.57 years. In computing the total annual cost, depreciation and interest on capital were not included because the method does not consider the time value of money or interest. The use of the payback period method for making investment decisions should be avoided as it may produce misleading results. Of course, as we are studying engineering economy, we always consider the time value of money. Therefore, we could say that this method may not always be a reliable method to use.